Hi, my name is Jewell Walton, Vice President of Public Partnerships with Evergreen Real Estate Group, and I am excited to be joined by our founder, as well as our chairman of the board of Evergreen, Jeff Rappin, and looking to talk about a couple of things here. His journey into the affordable housing industry, as well as his involvement with the National Public Housing Museum. So Jeff, again, glad to be here with you today, and have a few questions for you if you would oblige me.
Of course.
So first, I understand that you have started Evergreen about the turn of the millennium, so 2001 is our founding date.
Right.
But you had a whole entire history before creating Evergreen. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Can you tell me what was the spark that got you there?
I'm an attorney by profession, and I practiced law for many, many years. Mid-'80s, I moved into a position as Senior Vice President and General Counsel for the Habitat Company, which is a developer of multifamily properties in Chicago, one of the pioneering developers, and did a lot there working with Dan Levin, who was the founder. And I was there for quite a while, and it was wonderful to be able to be part of developing these buildings. You know, they're all Class A, many of them luxury buildings, and very, very nice. But there was an underserved part of the market that I was beginning to be concerned about. And what happened was that one day, Habitat was named receiver for the Chicago Housing Authority's scattered site housing program. And so it got me involved in working with CHA and in working with affordable housing. And it really struck a nerve with me. Nothing wrong with high-rise buildings, but the underserved community. We saw such a great need for affordable housing, which still goes on today. I formed with a partner, Evergreen, in 2001, and we started out with a portfolio of properties that were mostly affordable. And that's what I cared about. Some of the properties were all Midwest, and Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, and other places, and that's how it started.
Tell me whether that was within the founding of Evergreen or even previously in your affordable housing history with Habitat and broader. What have been some of the pivotal moments or projects in your journey that have embodied the aspect and mission of transforming communities?
Well, one of the things we did as receiver for the CHA scattered site program was to develop a lot of properties that were just really sitting there. It's sort of funny, I always tell the story about a meeting we had at CHA about when we were coming in as receiver, and we asked them, well, what properties do you own? And one of the gentlemen pointed to a bunch of files in the corner and said, see those boxes? That's it.
Yeah.
We don't know what's there. So we got into that and started building affordable housing all over the city, not just in the south and west sides, but throughout the city.
So tell me, what would you say are some of the most important lessons you've learned while advocating for affordable housing that others could apply?
One is work hard.
Yeah.
It doesn't come easy. Number two is you have to be aware of working with all sorts of various state, municipal, and federal agencies.
Absolutely.
And be patient, because they don't all work at the same pace that you do. So I learned, those, fairly straight on. Also important was to work with not-for-profit organizations who are interested in housing in the area. Also had the desire to create, these apartments. One of the ones we're doing, one actually right now in Logan Square called Encuentro is the same way, working very strongly with the local not-for-profit organization. So that was very, very important to me. And then also working with contractors, architects who understood that this is something that doesn't happen overnight.
That's right.
It's going to take a while to get it done, and just be patient.
And then as a pioneer in the affordable housing industry, what do you envision as the future of affordable housing, not only in Chicago, but even broader?
Well, that is, to me, a very, very, very big problem. In Chicago, there's a huge, and not just Chicago, but in all major cities, there's a huge underserved population that doesn't have housing.
Yeah.
And what housing they have is just not very good. And more money needs to be spent on creating housing for those people who really need it. And I don't see that happening in current federal administration. We need to build more units. Chicago, CHA tore down, as you know, a lot of buildings, and more money needs to be put into that to house those people.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I so greatly appreciate you sharing a bit of your story with us, and look forward to a continued relationship. You're speaking my language when you talk about working with not-for-profits
Right.
and the public sector, which is the audience that I resonate with most. So, thank you.
You're welcome.